Ya, okey. ¿Qué más es?
So BKB work actually? Start pitching.
BKB works.
Oh, he's doing it.
Ajá. Oh my gosh.
Before it began came the humiliation. No trophies, no glory, just pain. Barcelona.
And to make it worse, Koundé snapped the Copa del Rey with a last-minute dagger. The Super Copa gone too. Lamine Yamal danced through them like they were ghosts. All this in the year Madrid signed Kylian Mbappe, the invincible squad, broken, nothing changed. Then came Xabi Alonso, not just a former Madrid legend, but the brightest young coach in football. He did the impossible at Leverkusen.
And he's on his own, he has a goal!
Made history, made magic.
The Meisterschale in Leverkusen's hands for the first time!
And now he's back home. His mission, to rebuild a broken giant. It started with the Club World Cup, and right away something clicked. Madrid didn't just play better,
Chance of a Pachuca deflection.
they played different, fast, fluid, ruthless.
Alexander-Arnold. There's the header. Gonzalo Garcia.
Xabi brought calm to chaos and turned doubts into fire. The plan was clear: total control, total pressure, total war. This wasn't the same Madrid. It was a new beast, a squad built for domination. Young, sharp and dangerous. Trent Alexander-Arnold brought brains and bombs from the right side.
Alexander-Arnold.
Dean Huijsen, cold as ice, turned into a wall at the back. Up,
He scores.
Mbappe! That is what they came to see!
Vini Jr., now on his last dance in white, rediscovered his fire.
He might go alone. Vini Jr.
And from the shadows came Gonzalo Garcia Torres, the kid, the killer, the new Raul Gonzalez.
Oh, he's there again! Gonzalo Garcia!
Madrid had stars again, but this time they had a system too. The new Real Madrid under Xabi Alonso is terrifying. He didn't just tweak the system, he flipped the whole script. In the Club World Cup we saw it, a reborn Madrid. Fast, intense, united. Vini Jr., Tchouameni, Arda Güler, Bellingham. Every single player levelled up. Under Ancelotti they faded. They lost to Barca again and again. They stopped running, like against Arsenal, when they covered 21 kilometres less. That wasn't Madrid, that was a ghost, but now everything changed. Xabi breathes Madrid DNA, and the squad caught the fever. No more guaranteed minutes, no more comfort zones. You work, you play. Simple. He reprogrammed Güler, and Bellingham made them the engine.
Bellingham into the penalty area. Jude Bellingham.
He turned pressing into a mission. Now they steal the ball high, they press together, they attack like wolves. A few months ago, Madrid players ran less than their rivals. Almost every game. That's not just poor fitness, that's a team asleep. Xabi woke them up, and in just 35 days he proved everything the club hoped. Yes, these players can press. Yes, they have the fire. Even Vini Jr. is defending now, not just dancing or provoking. Xabi's impact, massive, immediate. He gave confidence to the forgotten ones. Güler, Fran Garcia. They finally feel seen. He made it clear, reputation means nothing. If you perform, you play. Period. Just look at Gonzalo Garcia Torres. Starting ahead of Rodrigo and Brahim, that's not a fluke, that's a statement. Xabi wanted a true striker, not fame, function. Everything is changing at Madrid, and more changes are coming. The best part, Xabi has full freedom. Tactics, lineups, mentality, he controls it all. No more of last season's helpless feeling. That's over. Yes, the injuries are still brutal. Carvajal, Camavinga, Militao, Mendy, Endrick, Alaba, all out. And yet, Madrid is playing with rhythm, with hunger, with soul. Even with 10 men, after Asensio's red card against Pachuca, they fought like lions.
Alexander-Arnold is back for Arda Güler.
The football, sharper. The energy, relentless. Madridistas love this new team. But deep down it hurts too. Because now we know, they could have played like this long ago. They just needed the right man in charge. What Xabi Alonso has done in just 35 days feels like a déjà vu. It's Mourinho all over again.
Xabi Alonso, his father was a manager, so he grew up similar to me. He was born with the father player, he grew up with the father manager, then he became a player, of course much better than I was. Then he became a player, a top player. His position on the pitch and his knowledge of the game very high. He played in Spain, in England and in Germany, and he was coached by Guardiola in Bayern, by myself in Real Madrid, by Ancelotti in Real Madrid, by Benitez in Liverpool. So I think if you put all this together, I think Xavi has conditions to be a very good coach.
Not in tactics, but in personality. Strong, clear, no excuses. He told the players, this is how we play. Get on the train or get left behind. And he meant it. The changes were fast and real. Bellingham, no longer a striker. Back to his roots as a pure midfielder. Linking play, driving through spaces. Güler and Ceballos, total transformation. Now they run the game. The Turkish wonderkid became a starter. Ceballos enters in the second half to keep the fire burning. Fran Garcia is the proof. Under Ancelotti he vanished. Under Xabi he shines. He's the fixed starter, at left back now. Fast, intense, focused. He didn't need magic, he just needed trust. And Arda Güler, he's been reborn, no longer a number 10 wandering up front. Now, Xabi placed him at the heart of everything, right in front of the centre-backs. He's the brain, the starter of every move, exactly like Xabi used to play under Mourinho. It's not just coaching, it's inheritance. Even Brahim feels valued now. Xabi told him, "You matter here." He'll be the spark off the bench, dribbling, chaos, vertical fire. He's staying, he's ready. But maybe the biggest shift? The youth revolution. Under Ancelotti, kids had no chance. Endrick, Güler, even Castilla's talents, they were ignored. Xabi changed everything. He knew the academy. He studied it. His right hand, Sebas Parilla, brought the full scouting reports from Valdebebas. And when Gonzalo Garcia Torres got the call, he delivered. He presses, he combines, he scores. He's not just a striker, he's a nightmare for defenders, and he's the future. Now listen closely, because what comes next is what changes everything. We're about to break down the tactical evolution of Real Madrid under Xabi Alonso. This is where the game shifts. This is where power is built. Since stepping into the Bernabeu as manager, Xabi Alonso faced a brutal challenge: rebuild a wounded giant and turn it into a machine ready to dominate the world. And he didn't wait. The Club World Cup became his testing ground. And what we saw there, it was a glimpse of something terrifying. Alonso's first weapon, tactical flexibility. He's not married to one system. Against Salzburg, he unleashed a bold 3-4-3. Why? Because he adapts. He reads the pitch, he reads the opponent. And the result?
But he might go alone. Vini Jr. Vini Jr. for 2, puts it back, and Gonzalo Garcia for 3.
A harum la demolition. Madrid played like a storm, organised, deadly, unstoppable. But systems are nothing without the players. And here's where Xabi truly shines. Development. Trent.
Det er godt, Mia. Det er godt. Det er godt. Oh shit.
Dean. 2 new faces, fully locked into the plan. They didn't just adapt, they transformed. This isn't just a coaching style, it's a philosophy. Of course, nothing comes easy. Injuries, red cards, chaos, but it didn't collapse. It evolved. It pressed harder. It followed Alonso like a general. Every player is sharper. Every run is smarter. Every movement feels like it was rehearsed 1,000 times. Let's go deeper. This is the heart of Xabi Alonso's genius. The part of Madrid that no one saw coming. The part that makes them dangerous again. One of the gems of this new Madrid is the back three. Not just any back three. This is a structure built for domination. Asensio steps back into a defensive role. Tchouaméni becomes the sweeper. Calm, powerful, always in the right place. Next to him, Dean Huijsen, the ice-cold warrior. And down the flanks, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Fran Garcia. Not just fullbacks, aggressive wing daggers. They don't wait, they strike. And with this shape, something magical happens. Fede Valverde finally plays in his real position, box to box, everywhere. A machine. And thank God, Arda Güler now owns the spotlight. He's no longer hidden. In a double pivot, Güler and Valverde dominate the midfield. Strength and style, muscle and magic. But that's not the end of it. Alonso's masterstroke. Bellingham as a true attacking midfielder. Not a false 9, not a makeshift striker. He's back to what made him great, floating between the lines, breaking defences with timing, not just power. And from that inside right channel, he connects with Trent. That right side becomes a nightmare. Speed, overlaps, diagonals, crosses. It's pure chaos for any defender. And on the left, Freedom Vinicius Jr. now plays without chains. No strict zones, no fixed roles, just rhythm and aggression. And most shocking of all, he presses. For the first time, he defends with heart. Xabi gave him belief, and Vini answered with effort. This Real Madrid under Xabi Alonso isn't just strong, it's a tactical duel, and it all starts from the back. Let's talk about the move I told you would be the most important tactical shift of the season. Aurelien Tchouaméni as a libero. He was questioned for years, 3 seasons of inconsistency, doubts, criticism. But now, he's thriving. Under Xabi, Tchouaméni has become essential, smart, calm, reliable. He absorbs every concept Xabi gives him and executes with precision. Signed from Monaco for 80 million euros, many expected more. Now we're seeing why. At the Club World Cup, he played every game, whether as a centre-back or holding mid, he delivered. That's the kind of versatility Xabi needs to build his monster against Salzburg. Madrid played with 3 at the back, like Xabi did at Leverkusen. Tchouaméni was the heart of it. Rudiger to the right, Dean Huijsen to the left. The result? Madrid's best performance of the tournament. Pure dominance after shaky matches against Al Hilal and Pachuca. Against Juventus, same plan. But the Italians sat deep, and Xabi reacted. Tchouaméni moved up into the double pivot with Arda Güler. That small tweak unlocked everything. From sterile possession to real danger. Madrid went from controlling to crushing. Tchouaméni's role is pure gold. He allows Madrid to push the backline higher. That
Mener
higher
du-
line means more pressure, more control.
Mener du mund mere? Mener du mund? Eller hvad mener du med min? Har du spist chili mere? Ah, for helvede, mand. Har du spist chili mere? PSG scorede! Oh shit! PSG. Mål til PSG. Hey. PSG. Okay. I kinda hate. Oh, PSG, man. Fuck. Ah, for helvede. Ved mere. Oh my god, fuck. Jeg spiller mig. Vent. Oh my god, for helvede. Fuck. You good? Shit.
Så er du begyndt at tage hash, hva'?
Ja, og jeg hørte, du kom sammen med Rasmus.
regnen bare siler ned, så har jeg
Hvad så, AK? Hvad så, AK? Velkommen til.
Humphrey Bogart og Bjørn fra Wimbledon. Jeg har det hele på videobånd. Susanne
Ja, jo.
hjem til sin
Jeg har set de nyeste video.
alt det TV og gjort det splittergal.
Du overhælder rumvæsen. Tillykke.
Så er der gang i kassen. Jeg er videomand. Video. Oh, video. Video. Den kører nat og dag. Video. Når jeg skal slappe af. Bare tryk på knappen. Så er der gang i kassen. Jeg er video. Jeg er videomand.
Start Dance Studio og Melvin Kakusa, mine damer og herrer. Hvor er det smukt. Hvor er det smukt.
Så skal man finde noget nyt. What the hell happened to Pep Guardiola? Jo, man, hvad skete der? Med Pep?
Rick and Morty is full of extremely strong and overpowered characters. In my opinion, one of the best parts of the show are its characters and how interesting and unique their abilities are, which is the main topic of today's video. I have already made several videos explaining these kinds of characters, but today I have decided to talk more about characters who did not get enough screen time but had a lot of potential when it comes to their power and abilities. Firstly, let's start with the one true Morty. He is without a doubt the most mysterious character from the show. He is a holy prophet believed to be true by a group of Mortys who worship him as a god and is recognized as the god of Mortyism. He is the only one who is credited as being one of the divine entities and being the eternal aged. The very first time when we hear about the one true Morty was in the most important episode of the series, Close Encounters of the Rick Kind, which is the 10th episode of the first season. The one true Morty is a Morty who is seen as the god of Mortyism. He is taught about in a book called The Good Morty and is portrayed as a god who will lead Mortys to stop following their Ricks and being independent, choosing the path of the one true Morty, leading them to a rewarding eternity in the Morty afterlife zone. In Close Encounters of the Rick Kind, a group of Mortys were being held in Evil Rick's torture chamber and had formed a cult where they had read The Good Morty and believed that someday the one true Morty will come and set them free of the torture chamber and relieve them of their sufferings, thus creating a religious formation. When Morty Smith from the Cronenberg dimension arrived, they believed him to be the one true Morty. He followed through with exactly what the book said by freeing all of the locked up Mortys and overthrowing Evil Rick. A drawback, however, to this is in Pocket Mortys, where the dimension he originates from is not the Cronenberg dimension, but from dimension C568. What sets this Morty apart from every other Morty is his appearance. He sports a distinctive mohawk, golden eyes, a white robe, and a bionic left arm, also painted gold. His bionic left hand appears in an obscene gesture. The shell egg Morty used serves as a necklace. I find the similarities between him and Evil Morty very interesting. Mortyism may have been started by, or at least propagated by, Evil Morty. The portrayal of Ricks, particularly in The Good Morty, seemed to fall in line with his idea that Ricks don't care about Mortys beyond practical functionality. His ultimate plan may have involved setting himself up to be the one true Morty, but this is never confirmed. Also, if we look at Evil Morty from the 6th episode of the 4th season, he seems to have a similar kind of bionic right arm. It is kind of poetic how Morty, who is a messiah for other Mortys, has a bionic arm on the left side, while the one who slaughtered almost all the Mortys has it on the opposite arm. He seems to be extremely overpowered and, in my opinion, is most likely omnipotent. I am 100% sure that he will make his comeback at some point in the series, since he seems to have extremely big potential. He is basically the Jesus Christ of Mortyism, but interestingly enough, Rick and Morty has its own version of Jesus Christ. The very first time when Jesus Christ appears is in the 6th episode of the 4th season. In that episode, whilst he seems to possess the same power as his biblical counterpart, as well as many more not found within the book, he remains unique due to the fact that he's aware of his existence as a purely fictional interpretation. Jesus' appearance seems to stem from his stereotypical appearance from both religious paintings and interpretations found within pop culture. As such, he wears robes which cover his incredibly muscular body, as well as fair skin, long flowing hair, and a beard. This Jesus was introduced into a story by Rick, so it could be assumed his appearance is also based on how Rick interprets Jesus. However, we got more character moments from him in the next episode when he appears, and that one was in the 7th episode of the 6th season. That episode was fairly similar to the one where he first appeared, as both contained Story Lord as one of the main antagonists. We see the background of Jesus Christ in that episode, which is almost identical to what is written within the Bible, with the exception of him being immortal, and instead of going in heaven, he remains on earth. In the Rick and Morty universe, Jesus Christ meets Napoleon, becomes a literal superhero, and defeats the Loch Ness Monster and Dracula. He then becomes a billionaire entrepreneur who tries to revive his first love, Mary. Since that fails, he becomes depressed and asks for help, which also ultimately failed. Then he has a Braveheart moment and gets something similar to cancer. All of these could be just Liam's doing, but who knows? Jesus Christ is very real in the Rick and Morty universe. He had an extremely interesting lifespan in this universe. How strong is he? Well, I assume he is at least as strong as the one who appears in the real Bible. Now, I don't want this video to turn into some kind of religion explaining video, so I'll just move on to the next character, which is somewhat similar to Jesus Christ, since he's also part of a religion, maybe an extinct one, but still. Greek mythology used to be one of the major religions in ancient Greece, right? And several characters from Greek mythology make their debut in the series. First one is Gaia, which is a sentient planet that Rick thought he impregnated. Externally, Gaia resembles an ordinary green and reddish planet. When the actual landscape of the planet is seen, it is very similar to the terrain of Earth, even containing similar landscapes and plants.
Hvad så Benjamin? Hvad så Benjamin? Gør dig se dig! Gør dig se dig Benjamin! Længe side, længe side! Gør dig se dig Benjamin! Gør dig se dig Benjamin!
She showcases extreme care for her children, wanting them to have a father present in their lives. We don't know how strong she
Og Benjamin, hvad det der? Ja, det er længe siden. Benjamin, siden du har været væk, så er vi blevet monetized! Vi kan få reklame på videoerne, se her. Det var ikke sådan et godt eksempel, men vi prøver at vi bliver ved, jeg skal finde af.
Ryge og skrive musik. Kjeld Lars var nemlig en god fighter. Han var ikke bange for nogen som helst. Slet ingen.
Vi blev monetized, verden. Det er det vigtigste, jeg vil gerne sige.
Det er vores tid!
Ja, vi er blevet monetized, ikke engang løgn. Vi er faktisk blevet monetized. Og så vi har også fået super chat, det er så dejligt. Safe man, super chat. Mega fedt. Ja, det er luksus. Så det lykkedes sgu. Har du det dårligt mere? Shit, man. Shit. Jeg har spist. Jeg ved ikke, om du har fulgt med på, i lang tid, men du har nogle videoer, du skal indhente. Vi har været meget på bakken, for eksempel, Benjamin. Særlige videoer, hvor vi har været på bakken. Det her det er bare i år. Vi har købt sæsonkort. Og så alle sammen. Og så hvis vi kommer på bakken i morgen måske. Her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 gange har vi været på bakken. Måske 9 med dine nerver. Den er også lidt bagud der. Jesus Christ. Og ikke bare det, brother. Jeg skal også vise dig noget mere. Nu har du også været væk et stykke tid. Vi skal på DestroKid. Sign in. Se her på rum, mand. Ny sang den 24. juli. Baby er tilbage. Part 2 med featuring Patty Hoff. Men ikke bare det, efter så kommer mit nye album frem. Mit nye album dropper. Hørte du det, AK? Også dig til alle sammen. Mit andet album, den næste era, kommer til at droppe. Det er det Tamo Part 2. Hvad snakker jeg om? Det er Tamo Part 1 frem. Det er Tamo Part 1 ude 31. juli. It's gonna go crazy. Hvad nu det hedder? Som I kan se, her er tracklisten. Pjuske. Vi har freestyle. Altså gør. Diva. Midnight Interlude. Pjuske This Interlude featuring The Fam. Hvad det hedder? Hvad fuck der skete? Tamo. Og så Blee featuring Ben. Fuld hver sommer featuring De Røde og Lille Patty. Remix. Shit. Og jeg skal lige ændre det til det som remix. Nej, nu må jeg ændre det. Fuck. Fuck, det skete. Der skal stå remix på den her. Ja, sådan er det. Gør mig noget ret det. Super. Det var meget vigtigt, fam. Det var meget vigtigt. Ja, den her skal være. Den er smash. Skal der smash. Og fam, lad mig bare lige sige en ting, ikke? Det her det er ikke hele albumet. Det her det er kun første del. Der kommer 3 dele. Og en deluxe. Så glæder til 2 dele mere end deluxe. Glæder til Tamo The Album efter det her. Fam, vi gør det work. Jeg kan godt sige, fam, der kommer når albumet er droppet, så kommer der en ny single. Og jeg glæder mig til, at I skal høre den med musikvideo og det hele. Så jeg håber I er på. For fam, it's gonna slap. Pjuske freestyle. Altså gør Diva remix. Midnight Interlude. Pjuske This Interlude. Featuring The Fam. Hvad fuck der skete. Tamo versionen. Blee med Ben. Fuld hver sommer. Featuring De Røde og Lille Patty. Og så lidt remix selvfølgelig. Det der Sommer. Og så til sidst Blee featuring Ben. Secret Remix. I hope you're ready. Og så er det Esmark selvfølgelig der på albumcoveret. Lad os lige høre om Asmus. Nu kan ske, shit. Og nu kommer der reklamer. For helvede Esmark. Men ja. It's gonna be brand new. I'm gonna make it brand new. Brand new. Brand new. Brand new. Brand new. Brand new. Mia, du er ikke nummer 1. Mia, du siger du nummer 1, men du er ikke det bedste, vi har set.
Looks like the Krusty Krab. And here's Mr. Krabs clawing back what he can.
That $2 is coming out of your paycheck.
Wait!
Eugene Krabs might run a tight ship, but when it comes to his employees, nothing is tighter than his wallet. So today, we're gonna go through all the episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants to find out just how much money Mr. Krabs has stolen from his workers over the years. Starting with the time we find out what SpongeBob and Squidward's salaries really are. In the episode SpongeBob, You're Fired, Mr. Krabs does some number crunching and realizes he can save up some cash by cutting things back, namely, one of his employees.
Hey, Mr. Krabs, what's the good word?
Well, actually, SpongeBob, there's 2 words. And they're not very good. You're fired.
Okay, that's super harsh, but business is ruthless. Surely Krabs is forking out big time for a star-fry cook like SpongeBob, right?
And it turns out that I'll save a whole nickel if I cut your salary. Completely.
A nickel! He's been paying the best fry cook in all the seas a nickel. Not even an hour either. It's a day. It's never really confirmed in the show what Squidward makes, but he can't be like any more or any less. So from here on out, we'll say that both the boys are paid a nickel a day, which is super depressing. Turns out they've been going through a cost of living crisis a lot longer than we have. Having seen how much he actually pays the pair now, let's go to the episode Penny Foolish to see just how money mad this guy really is. For once, we see Krabs being normal, heading to the grocery store to pick up some bits and bobs.
Okay, sir, your change today is going to be exactly 10 cents.
Come to Papa. Come to Papa. Hey!
It's literally 2 days of pay for SpongeBob right there. Talking to SpongeBob, Krabs sees the little sponge walking while he's in the store and watches him do this.
Well, I'll be a geriatric jellyfish. SpongeBob found a penny. A bright, shiny penny just sitting there.
He just can't take it, can he? He's practically foaming at the mouth because SpongeBob snagged a penny and he didn't. But that jealousy soon becomes an obsession as Krabs realizes he needs that penny.
Hello, SpongeBob.
What can I do you for?
Can I borrow a penny?
A penny? Sure! Sorry, I'm out of pennies right now.
Can you believe this guy? He has a net worth of $5.2 million and he's acting like this. Having the audacity to ask his employees to borrow money. To be fair, they'd actually be able to help if he paid them fairly. The obsession gets out of hand and he ends up facing SpongeBob, who tells him it was never a penny but some used gum. Well, actually, they're both wrong, and this Krabs is karma.
Hey, this isn't gum at all. Just a dumb old $500 bill. This won't go with my chewed-up gum collection.
$500? I did the math. That's 33 years worth of wages for SpongeBob. We'll go into in more detail later, but he makes on average $15 a year, which is basically like a dozen eggs these days. Being a tightwad was bound to catch up to Mr. K sooner or later. In the episode of Born Again Krabs, a little visit from the paranormal pushes him to see how cheap he really was. It all starts when SpongeBob finds an odd old rotten patty underneath the grill, and Krabs figures he'll save a few cents by sending it out for a customer to eat.
Order up, Squidward.
All right. SpongeBob, can I get one with less fog?
The customer turns his nose up at that monstrosity, but Krabs doesn't stop there. He forces the Krusty Crew to sell that bad patty before they can sell a fresh one. Obviously, no one wants to deal with that disgusting hockey puck, and they avoid coming to the Krusty Krab. So to prove to everyone just how good this patty still is, Krabs has a bite.
SpongeBob,
Yes, Mr. Krabs.
make sure you wrap up that patty. I'm not finished with it yet.
While he's recovering, Krabs has an unexpected visitor, and he is not bringing good news.
I'm here to escort you to the resting place of all bad undersea folk.
Ever wondered, hey, Peter and Lois should not be married. You can't change my mind. Because how did we go from Lois sneaking out on dates with strangers?
He's like hypnotized. Do we wake him?
That could be perilous.
To Peter having a literal 11-way with a bunch of dudes. You guys. So we're proving today, once and for all, Peter or Lois, all right? Who has cheated on the other more? Start the counter. First off, Lois. The first bit of infidelity went down in the episode of Bill and Peter's Bogus Journey. The president's motorcade breaks down in front of Peter's house, and now he needs his help changing his tire.
Hey, I appreciate your help, man. We're a little overloaded because I'm having a fat chick party back here.
All right, boys, the key is to put it all in your groin and your back. Lift with your lower back in a jerking, twisting motion.
Once again, making his wife feel terrible about her appearance, except this time it's on her birthday. Town.
Hypnotized.
Look at that impeccable 11-way. Now that is ambitious. Peter's living his best. Ever wondered?
Jeg prøver at finde en god video.
Ever wondered what would happen if SpongeBob actually got in trouble for all the crazy stuff he does? Well, instead of doing something productive with my life, I've dedicated my entire week to uncovering his shockingly dastardly deeds, and our favorite fry cook has a lot to answer for. Everything from minor mischief to offenses so extreme they make even Plankton look like a saint. First off, let's talk about how SpongeBob proved peeking in your neighbor's home is nothing new for him, especially when that neighbor happens to be Squidward. In the episode Whirly Brains, SpongeBob gets the not-so-bright idea to turn his brain into a drone.
It's so simple. Just flip your lid, attach the propeller, and watch your brain.
For every beloved SpongeBob character that makes us laugh until we cry, there's another one that makes us want to throw our TV out the window. And today, we're ranking them all, starting with the most hated SpongeBob character of all time who literally tried to murder Darwin.
Who?
Wait, wrong show. But seriously, this character is straight up evil. Most hated Mr. Krabs, season 6 to 8. Mr. Krabs from season 6 through 8 isn't just the worst SpongeBob character, he might be one of the most hated cartoon characters ever. And here's why fans absolutely despise him. They took a character who was originally just a cheap but lovable boss and turned him into a straight up sociopathic monster. We're talking about a crab who went from being stingy with money to literally not caring if people die as long as he makes a profit. In One Course Meal, this absolute menace discovers that Plankton is afraid of whales. So what does he do? He dresses up as Pearl and psychologically tortures Plankton to the point where Plankton literally tries to end it all by lying down in the middle of the road. And Mr. Krabs, he laughs about it, but that's not even the worst part. In Demolition Doofus, after Mrs. Puff gets injured because of SpongeBob, Mr. Krabs literally tries to get SpongeBob killed in a demolition derby just to make some quick cash. Let me repeat that. He tried to get his most loyal employee murdered for money. One fan perfectly summed it up. They managed to make him even worse than Patrick during that time. From a cheapskate to a greedy, mean scumbag. All he does is care about money, blackmails his girlfriend, tortures his rival, and does not care for his daughter at all. The worst part? There's no redemption, no character growth, just pure, unfiltered greed and cruelty for 3 straight seasons. Thank Neptune, they fixed him in later seasons, but the damage was done. But while Mr. Krabs became a villain fans couldn't stand, our next character won hearts by being the exact opposite. Pure, innocent, and absolutely iconic. Most loved, SpongeBob SquarePants. It's not even close. SpongeBob SquarePants is the most beloved character in the entire series, and honestly, it's not even a competition. What makes SpongeBob so special isn't just that he's the main character, it's that he represents